And behind you, you hear the sounds of the water sloshing past.
It's actually so lucky it doesn't say "eat from Joe's"
or "eat Joe's."
Yeah.
So, who wants to guess how many bodies are floating down the river as we speak?
Yeah,
One,
well, this area is
two.
often used by the mob, so yeah.
Yeah. Sleeping with the fishes.
Yes.
At least they decorate their victims into Christmas.
And as we speak, we see some Christmas lights floating downstream underwater towards a watery grave.
Why am I hearing the intro again?
Have you refreshed your...
Done.
Well, okay, that's really annoying. We need to find a replacement shoutcast. It does not work the way I want it to, if you have to constantly refresh.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're hearing music again?
Yes.
Okay.
I was, until somebody started talking.
In any case, you're there waiting for your contact to arrive when suddenly your peace and quiet is interrupted by gunfire and a lot of shouting.
Oh, snap.
And even machine guns.
Well, that didn't last long.
And the guy driving by with the machine gun says, "Ho, ho, ho, now I have a machine gun." Da, 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 da.
No, it's not. It's not Mecha Santa.
No, it's John McClane from Die Hard.
Good Day is going to point his staff and at his forehead and concentrate. He's going to do some scrying to see what's going on.
Well, actually, your scrying doesn't really take a lot of time because the battle is happening very nearby, and it actually looks like the battle is on the move and coming your way.
I hold up my hammer, and by the power of Mjolnir... Oh wait, wrong character.
Grayskull.
By the power of Rachel, I will invoke the magnetic burst to make sure that the bullets do not hit us.
Okay, smart move.
Yep. Because bullets are pointy, and I don't like that.
And then you hear a disturbingly and very, very ego-absorbed voice going, "You fools really think you can defeat me? Just wait until I show you my true powers."
I look at Paradox and go, "You think that's the boss?"
Which one?
Anyway, I was scrying. Do I recognize any of them?
Yes, it looks like a fight has broken up out between some thugs. One group looks like they're mostly armed with firearms and other conventional weapons, while the other ones look much more professionally outfitted, and a lot of them have like Uzis and other types of submachine guns.
I see.
Wait, did I say Uzis?
Yes.
AK-47s?
Shouldn't I say a Kalashnikov? Is a Kalashnikov a sub-automatic weapon?
That's an
No.
weapon, yes.
A Kalashnikov sub-automatic. No, it's an assault rifle. Come on.
That's a step too high then. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Uzis. Thank you.
How about AK-47s?
No!
They're like
The AK-47, aka the Kalashnikov, is an assault rifle.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I see two groups fighting.
Yes.
The other one looks
I'm not done yet. You immediately recognize the one with the one leading the more poorly armed group. It is Mindblade.
All right, let's skedaddle.
It's
They
mind
don't really seem to have anything to do with the reason you're waiting around here, though. And the ones they are fighting, like I said, they're very well outfitted. But among them, you see a very scary-looking lady with no arms who has flying swords around her.
Her.
He's very scary.
I
And they seem to be
remember.
fighting each other. And accompanying Mindblade, there's somebody completely new, and he seems to be smoldering and slightly on fire. But he doesn't seem to mind this for some reason.
Alright, guys, let's just stand and watch.
Sure, boss. I mean, sure, Paradox.
Yes. And then there's suddenly a small explosion, and as the smoke clears up, there's a little bit of a language malfunction there. As the smoke clears up, you see them coming into view, what I just described to Spufnum. And you notice that the lady without the arms seems to be directing a very scared-looking man. And she says, "I told you to hold still while I switch my weapons. It's not my fault if you accidentally lose a little bit of skin."
Oh, yeah.
And you notice that the very scared-looking man is like holding like this really big bag full of swords, knives, and other sharp weapons. And they are just flying out of there. As if they were propelled by some unseen force.
How much skin is the human lost left?
He looks like he has multiple cuts on his face and he's bleeding.
Ah.
Yes. And you notice that the heavily armed men are shouting a lot in what seems to be Russian.
Okay.
And you know that Mindblade, who's still just like standing there in his usual cocky pose. Oh, by the way, for the people who are new, Mindblade is the guy in the middle of the cover. He attracts a lot of attention. And the gem on his mask seems to be glowing. And he says, "You hopeless fools! Now tremble as I turn your own minion against you." And of course, he's gonna use his usual trick of mind control, which in our game usually don't work.
Yes.
I am so tempted to place a return on sender on Mindblade's group, on the other group, so that Mindblade's group just get decimated by their own bullets and the enemies.
You know what I actually want to do? Just use my time steps or teleport, grab his gem, and just teleport back. Got something.
That would be evil.
I am evil.
The lady just goes like, you notice her just scratching her face slightly with a smaller knife. And by the way, now that she's up a little more close, you notice that she has somewhat more reptilian-looking skin, and she has like long, flowing blonde hair. And she's like wearing this long coat, which is custom made for her, cause no arms. And she calmly says, "I'm sorry, those little tricks don't work on me. Now die!" As she starts like launching an assault of blades, or just swooshing through the air towards Mindblade.
Can you actually see the irony in this mind blade being bladed?
with a lady who probably also has mental powers.
Yep.
And then suddenly, the man who's slightly on fire, he has char black skin and like pieces, and it kind of looks like there's like cracks in pieces of the skin, and that's where like the glow and fire comes out of. Also, he has a slim, slender tail.
He's called Magma.
Salamander.
And he goes like, "Sir, watch out!" And he jumps in front of the swords and tries to deflect a couple of them, in which he is successful, but unfortunately, a couple of the blades impale him. And, he gets hurt quite bad. And, Mindblade looks very pleased at that, and he says, "Oh, thanks, Salamander, I almost got hit by that one."
Called it.
What a douche.
So yeah, this is basically the scene you see. Do you guys just keep waiting there and looking at the scene, or what?
Who wants popcorn?
I look around the group and I see, okay, let's go around the table. Go, Spider. Show me the size of your carry.
There is no microscope that's portable enough, that's powerful enough to do that. Spider was never too fond of Mindblade, considering that he, and I remember this, tried to blackmail him. So he is like completely. Yes, go on.
Then again, Mindblade did get you your fancy suit and your katana.
Yeah, but blackmail. That's
Okay.
Blackmail Trump's outfit.
yeah. It was like the outfit was like nice and all, and the sword is really good, but yeah, personal. That was personal. So he just stands there and mutters something about never liking Mindblade, so he doesn't even.
You
doesn't
probably
even really
see,
flinch.
You probably see the suit and the weapons he bought for you as like part of the payment for work rendered.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, got it.
So I turned to parents. Well, he was one of us. I mean, he did help out.
In past sentence, was.
Whoa, cold.
The cold hard truth.
Yes.
Well,
Remember how hot-headed he was when something did not went his way. He never could kept his cool and almost took the entire team, brought the entire team into danger. He is a liability and a psycho.
I turned to Good Day for the hope for voice of reason, but then I realized it's Good Day.
I think it's time for us to get some a better employer.
Well, you haven't been working for Mindblade for like a couple of months now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, and life's
Because
been
the last big job you did was for the Fear Master. Although you've heard that the Fear Master has since landed himself in prison again, since his last scheme failed and he was found out by the Raven.
We need to step up in our villainy, I think.
I'd rather not get sniffed out by the Raven, so I'm pretty fine at what we're doing right now.
Boom!
I mean,
what a spectacular fireworks show on Christmas Eve.
My head!
I mean, consider the pros and cons.
Sorry, that
I
was a
mean,
little
if
bit
you do
silly.
something too
Nobody
public,
shouts, my head.
if you do something too
I'm
public,
smiling.
we will, we will get the Freedom League or something after us. And that ain't going to end well for any of us, right?
Somebody was just decapitated, though. That did happen.
Yeah.
Dear Ramsey, do you know what I'm suddenly thinking of? That comic book in Japan, another yokai appears. Oh, yokai! Everyone goes,
No, it's a kaiju, not a yokai.
Oh, yeah, kaiju. Yeah, kaiju. We're like the same. I mean, gunfire, people die. We're studying. Are we gonna jump in? I don't know. Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, for the people that didn't know, the comic Dries reference, which was an issue of She-Hulk, I think, is just like the earth rips open and this giant monster comes out of the earth and starts like roaring and stuff, but it's in the middle of Tokyo and people are just standing there at traffic lights and they're waiting for the light to go green, and then the light goes green and they just all pass by the monster, and the monster just sits there looking very confused. Yeah, for them, it's just a regular Monday for them. Another monster attack.
Mondays.
So yeah.
Good.
All right.
So yeah, Scrapper and Good Day are probably arguing why they should take a lower or bigger, why they should or should not step up their villainy to the next level.
And by the way, just look at her outfits. I vote for the lady. She has more money.
Although apparently, although he hinted at this before, Mindblade has somewhat of a small group, and he seems to have found himself a new superpowered minion who seems to be getting up again. He seems to be a quick healer.
So, guys, what do you say? Metal or just wait?
And suddenly you hear like, hey, if it isn't my old buddies!
We haven't spoken in like 7 months.
It hasn't been that long. Come on, help a guy out. I could use your help. How about we team up for old time's sake, huh?
What does it pay?
Seriously? Come on, we'll discuss payment later. You know I'm good for it. Ah, God damn it! A bullet almost hit me. Watch it. And you see like a beam flying out of his forehead, striking one of the Russian goons.
I'm kind of conflicted.
And the whole group just looks to the Russians to see what they are offering.
You know, if you look at the Russians, you notice that they're focused on their job and they're really intent to kill the other guys. But they also seem very wary of the scary lady with no arms, and you're starting to get the feeling they're more afraid of the snake lady than they are of the opposition. Yeah, you're also getting the feeling that you're not certain if they really are on the same side. I mean, they're fighting together, but they don't seem to be coordinated. I mean, the guys with the Russians seem to be coordinated, but not together with the snake lady, if you know what I mean.
I got it.
She kind of does her own thing. And she sometimes endangers, basically the people she's working with.
Oh.
With all the blades that are flying around.
I still think it's funny that one guy could say, my head, when he gets chopped off. That's still impressive for a guy.
Yeah, that's the joke. But no, that was just a joke. Nobody said that. That would be a little bit too silly.
Oh.
You just cut my head off.
God damn it. Did anybody see my head?
I'm
Lost it
almost
again.
Hey, I just not poke Paradox and say, hey, there's a guy that had the smoldering guy, that salamander guy. That seems rather good help. Doesn't he?
Yeah, you notice that the salamander guy is like, you notice him now jumping around and his hands and feet seem to be on fire and he's attempting to strike the scary snake lady. Let's see if he's successful.
A fire break. Fascinating.
Let's see, black die for snake lady and I'll use the black and red one for salamander.
Of course. I mean...
Ooh, that's a good hit. I mean, that's a good roll for Mr. Salamandro, but does it hit Cobra?
Cobra!
Cobra! No, not that Cobra. That's a different Cobra. That's a 28 versus... nope, she dodges and she strikes with her blade, drawing more blood, and she's cackling maniacally.
I suddenly have the urge to take a step backwards. One of them is a psycho with powers, the other one is psycho with blade.
And she shouts, why don't you become my new squire? You look like you can take a better beating than my current one. I promise I won't kill you. And he just retorts, you fucking bitch, and aims another punch.
As Paradox steps behind, he bumps into Paradox, into Scrapper, who's going, oh, wait, no, sorry, man. What?
No problem.
Yeah, two psychos. Let's not interfere in this.
And then suddenly you hear a sound going clink, 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 towards
grenade.
You. And then you... yeah, exactly.
Teleport.
It's a grenade that accidentally rolled into your direction.
Okay, I put on the time shield. Slow down time. Let's take a step backwards, people.
Step. And what was thrown? A grenade?
Yes.
Everybody quickly give me an initiative roll to see how quickly you react and how quickly roll for the tug that threw the grenade.
Initiative.
So,
It's your
D20.
agility.
Yep.
Oh wait, where is my mouse?
Okay, so you press R to roll properly, right?
Yeah, or just grab the
Yes.
dice and throw it.
Oh, there we go. Ooh, a critical hit.
Really? Basically, I'm just doing this to
7.
see if you react in time.
A 7.
my initiative is +3, but so do I roll a d20 or?
Yes, a d20. You only need a d20 for this game.
It's been a while. What
Seems to be
dice
a
do we
4.
need?
+3.
Yeah, I know.
For a moment, I need to. I seem to have a bit of trouble.
I'm just wondering what my initiative is if I don't put on my
0.
0. Okay,
Yeah.
I just have a 7 then.
Yeah, because all your physical stats are 0, so yeah.
Yes, except my intellect. Otherwise, it will die.
I said physical. I said physical.
Physical.
There we go. I have a die,
Get physical.
and I've got another die.
Die.
And the die says 17 plus.
I would like to point out that Good Day probably had been sort of preparing just in case.
I have a 21 for initiative.
I think Nico still goes first. Yeah, with both of them, it's a really chaotic situation. Bullets
Yeah, I
flying
have a
everywhere.
28 with a critical success.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, Nico, you get to decide. What do you do?
Jump on the grenade. Save our life with your own.
As I recall, I am quite fast
Mm-hmm.
and nimble, and we are fairly close to the seaside, aren't we?
Yes.
So what I
you're
want to
close to the river, not the sea.
well, the river,
a
whatever.
river
We're close
passes
to
through
a
Freedom
waterfront.
City, yeah.
Okay. In that case, I want to leap forward and try to kick the grenade into the river.
That's risky, though. You might blow up your foot. It goes
I
off.
know.
Ooh,
I know.
grab it and throw it.
I'll
No.
heal you.
That's even worse. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So what do I roll?
You're seriously gonna kick it?
Yes.
Okay, give me just an unarmed roll then, I guess.
Oh my god. Oh boy.
Told you.
Here it goes.
Grab it, throw it.
Natural 20, eh?
24.
Okay, you got really lucky.
No, I'm sorry, 31. My unarmed is +11.
Well, you got, just a natural you got really lucky. Then you kick the grenade into, you know that for a natural 20, you might even kick it back towards a target of your choice.
Paradox. Mind Blade.
Yes, blow up Paradox. He said it himself.
No, you fools.
You really tempted me to kick it towards Mindblade. But... shit. Then again, I kind of think the armless lady is the most dangerous one.
No, don't do that at once. He's actually a serious supervillain. Mind Blade is a joke.
Okay,
Okay, fine. I'll kick it towards Mindblade.
Cobra takes a moment to intimidate her enemies, and you see her licking off the blade licking the blood off of one of her floating swords.
Okay, yeah, I'll kick it towards Mindblade.
Enticing Mind Blade or enticing the snake lady?
I'd rather not be noted by any of them.
Indeed.
So yeah, Kaplooey, let's see what happens to Mindblade's group. I think he's at least gonna lose a couple of his people.
Die.
Wow, we're so fond of Mind Blade, aren't we?
Yeah, it's almost like we know the guy.
Yeah.
Wow, a 2! Well, his dodge, he definitely takes full damage.
Yuck.
Villainy.
Foul villainy.
Oh wait, he has a pretty high dodge though. So that's only a 14. No, that's not enough. That's full damage. His has low toughness. Oh no. So that's a save of 19 he has to make. He put a 14, he's injured. He takes an injury. But he loses a couple of his people though.
Yes!
Ah!
Okay, I'm gonna put a time bubble around us so we see everything going 4 times slower.
You're lucky he's in the middle of a very confusing battle and he had no idea where the grenade came from.
I think that laughter is tipping him off.
Wow.
Seriously, Ghost Spider.
I think Ghost Spider being a professional assassin, I don't think he starts laughing maniacally.
No, he doesn't. Of course not. That was strictly out of character laugh.
That would be hilarious that suddenly all of you start going, and go on this evil tirade and stuff like that.
It almost seems like he hates Mind Blade for some reason.
No, seriously?
No, actually,
I would give all of you guys a villain point if you started laughing evilly, thus pointing out that you're behind it.
I do not.
How many villain points do we have anyway?
2, right? There's always 2 at the start of an event.
With 1. Oh, I forgot to give you stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want stuff.
Money box. Those are your villain points for today's game.
Nice.
Here we go.
Just $100.
Money.
Oh man.
Making it rain.
Just $100. Oh man.
Yep. What? 100 $1 bills for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, $100. That's not much.
Yeah, in this game, money gets you out of trouble.
You said something about I'm willing to laugh maniacal.
Yeah, but then that'll point out to Mind Blade that you're behind it. That's why I'm pointing that out. But yeah, if you want to do it, thus incriminating yourself, I'll award you with a villain point for guts.
Paradox doesn't laugh. He takes his hands out of his pockets and actually crosses his arms.
Since I rolled really well, I'm going to do a little backflip kick when he does like.
Or maybe Paradox just chuckles very softly, but because his voice is muffled, you don't see it. You just see his shoulders move.
Going.
Right. I chuckle. Yes.
yeah. Of course, Ghost Spider is gonna smirk behind the mask.
You are so evil. Yes.
What about Spoofno? What about Good Day?
Well, he might have a broad smile beneath all of that black fog of his hood.
Seriously, though, everybody starts laughing. Are we not gonna get an evil laugh out of Good Day and he sees his hated former employer getting hurt?
No, for some reason you suddenly see a wide grin with sharp teeth in that blackness of where his face should be.
Wait a minute. Wait. To the outside, because we're inside that temporal bubble, everything moves 4 times slower for us.
Mm-hmm.
Does it mean that everything moves faster for them?
Yes. It goes like...
Yeah, like, can they hear us if we are... Like, is it going to be like chipmunk laugh or...
Probably.
Yeah, so we can totally hide behind the fact that we are too fast and our emotions are too obscured by the temporal field. They
Okay,
happen
but
too
then
fast.
nobody's getting villain points. You're not gonna loophole yourself out of this.
Shit!